My Comedy DVDs Part 25. Ahoy, hi everybody, and welcome to part 25 of a look at my comedy DVDs. So, as with all the other parts, sitcoms, sketch shows, stand-up, maybe some other little bits. But let's carry straight on. First up, we've got my Red Dwarf DVDs. So these have sort of been superseded by the Blu-ray box set, which I showed not that long ago, having worked my way through it. I love Red Dwarf. I saw the very first episode the day it went out. It just appealed when I saw the trailers for it and thought, oh, I'll watch that. Loved it straight away. Loved it throughout. It sort of peaks for me, series 3 to 6. 5 I didn't like much when it first was aired, but it's grown on me a lot. But I've got a lot of time for all of it. So as I say, these have sort of been superseded by the Blu-ray release, but I'm not getting rid of them. I don't get rid of DVDs. One of the reasons I'm not getting rid of them is because of that, which is always cool. So we have Series 1. I've talked about these before, so I won't go into too much detail. But they're full of brilliant bonus features as well. Series 2. Series 3. Series 4. Series 5. Now, I bought Series 5 in a special edition package. Came in a box like this, and as you can just about see, it contains a Corgi die-cast Starbug, which I've never taken off the packaging. There you go. That was good of me. Probably because I've got a big Starbug, which you can't see, and it's covered in dust, and I've lost half the characters. But it's about so big. But yeah. So that version of Series 5. Series 6. Series 7. And then Series 8, and similarly in my head I had one of these that had Red Dwarf in it, but it's nice. It's a Scudder. Was there one with Red Dwarf in it that I've missed? Did I not have it? That you obviously can't answer. The only other one of these up there is my Doctor Who one. I might see if I can find that out and put it on the screen. Yes, okay. Still with Red Dwarf. This is the Body Snatcher Collection Deluxe box set. So, Body Snatcher was an episode written for Series 3, I think it was. No, Series 1. Of course it was. But they basically couldn't afford, so they ended up writing Me Too, the last episode of Series 1. Yep. Ooh, or Me Squared. So they made an animated version of the storyboards, and Chris Barry sort of narrated it, and that's on here. It's okay. I think I've watched it once. It's not proper Red Dwarf. This also contains the original version of The End, the pilot episode, which had serious reshoots after it, and this is sort of the original version pre-reshoots. And then it contains the remastered versions of the first 3 series, which were done basically so they could try and sell Red Dwarf to foreign territories. They spruced them up a bit, redid all the special effects, redid the titles just to make them flow more easily into Series 3 onwards, they're interesting, but they're not really a multiple watch. What's nice about this is that it contains the 2... So Series 3 onwards of these releases had really in-depth documentaries about the whole series, which weren't... And they didn't do those for 1 and 2, so I did them for 1 and 2 and stuck them on here. And there's loads of other bits on here. This is in the box set as well. And then finally for Dwarf, we have Beat the Geek, which is another of the interactive DVD games. I seem to recall this one was one of the better ones. I didn't glitch as much as the others. And it was a lot more fun. It was presented by the two Hollies. Yeah, I seem to recall it was sort of better than most. I also have the Smeg Ups DVD, which I showed not that long ago. Okay, this is Respectable. So this was a Channel 5 sitcom that I loved. It's basically set in a brothel. And Justin Edwards plays Michael, of course, yeah. Who, I can't remember why he first goes to the brothel, whether it was for the usual reasons or whether he accidentally went there. But basically he falls in love with Hayley, who's the prostitute who he starts seeing regularly. And it's sort of a story about their relationship and his crumbling marriage. But also the other girls in the brothel. But it's not, you know, that's sort of about as saucy as it gets, what she's wearing on the cover. But yeah, it was really funny. Jodie Albert plays Hayley. But yeah, it's really funny. I showed the Office Specials DVD in an earlier part. This is the first two series. Annoyingly, the first series came in this sort of digipack type thing, and then series 2 just came in a normal Amaray. But yeah, it's just masterful comedy. Not a huge number of special features, but it's for shows I want, so I'm happy with these. Russell Brand Messiah Complex. So I mentioned before, I love Russell Brand's stand-up. He annoys me quite a bit in real life, if you like, but I really enjoy his stand-up shows. This one was recorded at Hammersmith Apollo. It's very funny. Enjoyed it a lot, basically. This is Paddy McGuinness Live. One day I'm going to work out why I've bought so many Paddy McGuinness Live DVDs and Blu-rays, because none of them have been particularly good, and I really don't know. I think I've got 4 of them. I've got 2 DVDs and 2 Blu-rays, is it? Yeah. Oh no, two DVDs, 1 Blu-ray. But that's, 2 more than I needed. I don't know why I kept buying them. It's not terrible, but they're just not particularly good, really. Yeah. This was an interesting one. This is Patrick Kielty Live. So I really liked Patrick when basically I like him as a host. So Fame Academy, he was brilliant hosting that, and the way he used to argue with the judges and so on and so forth. And Celebrity Love Island, which was a precursor to Love Island as it is now, which I've never watched, but I loved Celebrity Love Island, which was about 10 years before normal Love Island started. And it was exactly the same premise, really, but it was celebrities in there, and that made it so much better. And he co-hosted that with Fern Cotton did one series. Can't remember who did the other series. I think very different. But yeah, I really liked him doing that. And sort of other bits, presenting wise and little bits he's done, I've always enjoyed. Bought this DVD because I thought, let's see him in his home environment, if you like. Wasn't particularly funny. Oh, I didn't find it particularly funny anyway. It's very interesting. For those of you who don't know, Paddy's father was killed by the IRA. And he sort of talks about that in this, which is interesting. And it's good that he, can find humour in it. But, it wasn't, as I say, it's not terrible, but it didn't make me laugh much. And I'll be forever jealous of him for being married to Cat Deeley. But yeah, it wasn't entirely to my taste, let's put it that way. Ricky Gervais Live Animals. So I have all Ricky's releases on one format or the other. I think I've shown Science, I think, is on Blu-ray, at least. Was this the first one? I think this was his first stand-up. So Ricky was never a stand-up before, you know, finding fame. He didn't try stand-up until he did a mega tour, basically. But he's really good at it. He sort of presents them as sort of lectures. And this one was sort of loosely themed around animals. But yeah, I just think it's really very funny. Okay, so... I did say, didn't I? Yeah. You'll see more Ricky Gervais to come. These are the first 3 series of QI. Annoyingly for a start, the first series was released via BBC. And then series B and C were released on Warner... which one is it? Warner Music Entertainment, for some reason. But then... so series A has got the A, so it says complete first series, and then A down there. The B series just says QI the B series, and then the third series sticks with the C series in similar font, but then it's got the C to sort of match with the A down there. These have now been superseded by the network releases of the box sets, which you will see later because I have all those that have been released so far. What's on these that isn't on that box set is the commentaries by the production team and the complete pilot episode. Is a complete pilot episode on there? Can't remember if a complete pilot episode. There's certainly bits of a pilot episode on those box sets. I can't remember if a complete one is, but it is on here anyway. Outtakes and extra bits, dozens of new factoids and all sorts on these. Some of these bits are on those. Anyway, but yeah, I love QI. And then we have, to finish this shelf, the 2 series of Randall and Hopkirk Deceased, the remake with Vic and Bob. Although this isn't directly a comedy series, it's a drama, but it's certainly got comedic elements. That's why those 2 were cast in it. So it's a remake of the show from the late 60s, early 70s, I think it was. Which star... No, I won't go into that because I can't remember. Redone, written by Charlie Hickson of Fast Show fame and so much more. So... Vic plays Marty Hopkirk, I should remember that. Who's engaged to Amelia Fox's... Is her name on here? No. Who's engaged to Amelia Fox. And they did hook up for a while in real life. Following this. And he's a detective. He gets killed. But his best friend Jeff... Yes, Jeff Randall. He comes back as a ghost that only Jeff can see. And basically together they solve crimes. But yeah, really good stuff. Tom Baker plays... Hopkirk sort of died in the afterworld. There's guest appearances from Matt Lucas, Charles Dance, Fiona Allen, Stephen Burkhoff, Martin Clunes, Hugh Laurie, Paul Whitehouse, Pauline Quirk, Dervla Kerwin, Derek Jacobi, Mark Williams, John Thompson, and many more. But yeah, I really enjoyed both of these. I've never seen... I think I've seen 1 episode of the original, which was alright. But it's never been something that I particularly wanted to watch. But yeah, really enjoyed these. Okay, that is this shelf done. So we have 1 more shelf to go, so probably about 6 more parts. Nearly there, folks. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.